it's me, Georgia. Welcome back to a brand new video here on my channel. I am so excited to be back. I know the last video I made wasn't the best and it was thrown together last minute. I literally was like, I need to do this right now, and I had no preparation. I just wanted to put something out there to get me motivated to do this again, because I've missed it, honestly, and it's something that I really want to start up again. But obviously I want to do it more properly this time and do an actual like proper video where I sit down and I actually talk to you guys properly and don't stutter every literally 30 seconds. As you can see, I have an intro which I really like, and I spent quite a little bit of time on it, but I really like it and I'm quite proud of it, so there we go. So I wanted to make this as an actual life update where I'm actually updating you guys on what's happened in the past year. I remember I left you guys when I started working at a water park. I no longer work there. Let's just say the job wasn't for me, it wasn't ideal, and it wasn't something that I really was that interested in the end. I thought it was going to be a lot more beauty and a lot more beautiful, because I was working in a spa, so I thought that it was going to definitely be a little bit more beautiful, let's say. So that was that. So I left that job. I was unemployed for 6 months, but Damien did take me away to Paris. He proposed. Paris was such a beautiful place. I do intend on going back when I have more money, just so I can do all the stuff that I didn't get to do there. We went and visited all the places that I wanted to see, but we didn't actually do any of the things. So I wanted to go and have a dinner and a show at the Moulin Rouge. I wanted to go to up the Eiffel Tower, I wanted to go up the Arc de Triomphe, and I didn't get to do that. I also want to go in the Louvre, and obviously I actually want to go to the Palace in Versailles as well, but I didn't get to do that. And I obviously want to go to Disneyland as well, because that is obviously my dream. But obviously due to circumstances I couldn't do any of that, but I had such a beautiful time. Damien proposed to me up at the top of this beautiful place called Sacré-Cœur in Paris, and it was honestly one of the best experiences of my life. Honestly, one of the most romantic things ever. Like, I don't even think the Eiffel Tower could have topped that. It was just so beautiful, the whole experience. And there was a guitarist playing who I follow on Instagram. His name is Nick something. It will come to me, and I'll probably shout it out at the end of the video. I'm trying to think. Nick Mullen, I think his name is. I might be wrong, but I'll pop his username on the screen somewhere if I can figure out how to do that. And I'll also post some pictures here. But yeah, it was honestly one of the most beautiful experiences ever, and I will never forget it in the entirety of my life. It was absolutely stunning. This is my engagement ring, but I actually need a new one because stones are missing from it. So I am getting one. Damien's going to buy me a new one in October, so this month. So I have a lovely new ring for me to have on my finger. So excited. It's one of them things that you just love. I also have started to expand my makeup collection. I have a lot of Morphe palettes. I have one Jeffree Star palette and a lot of Jeffree Star lipsticks. I really like his lipsticks. I've started using Revolution more. My makeup game has skyrocketed. I have started to learn how to do makeup, which is crazy, and I absolutely love it. So anyway, let's go away from that. It's because I'm sat at my makeup desk and I can see all my makeup, and I'm like, I want to brag a little bit, you know, because who doesn't? So I was unemployed for the best part of 6 months, maybe a little bit longer. Damien was in his university hall, so I used to spend a lot of time there. I got myself into a little bit of a mess. I was a little bit depressed for a while. I couldn't really see myself getting out of this mess. And then I found a company that I really like, and I started working for them. I'll name the place where I work, but I won't name the actual place that I work. I'll name the company. Fitzroy. Fitzroy is such an amazing company. It's a charity, sorry, don't shoot me, but it's a charity based, and I actually raised money for them for my birthday. I didn't raise too much, not as much as I wanted to, but this was just literally people just donating for my birthday. That's what I wanted them to donate to that charity. But I've actually been working for that company for 9 months now. Nearly 8 months, nearly 10 months, which is crazy because it's gone so quickly. And I met some lovely people there who I think I can consider like lifelong friends. Shout out Christy and James. But yeah, so I'm really grateful to have them in my life. I mean, obviously with coronavirus and everything going on, it was really important for me to have such a good working environment, and sometimes people can be really mean, but obviously I had some really good friends and they stood by me, and I honestly don't think I could have gotten through coronavirus being away from Damien for 3 months. I don't think I could have gotten through with it without them. Me and my friend James, we would have like date nights and stuff, and it was just really nice. Not literal date nights because that'd be weird, but like we used to like have food together and stuff on our breaks, so it was really nice. And I just feel like I realised what true friendship really was from being in that situation. The fact that like they stayed in touch with me even though they didn't have to, like, 'cause we're just work colleagues, but are some of the people that I considered my best friends for like the past like 5 years, maybe even longer. They're just no longer part of my life. And honestly, for a while I did miss them. I missed having that sort of like that memory where I could say, oh, remember when this happened, but I don't miss them as people anymore. Like at the time I did, and I was really sad, and I was like, I know this is right, I know this is the best thing for me, because a lot of the time I thought, why am I doing this to myself? Why am I punishing myself for something that I didn't even do? Like, I didn't do anything wrong, they didn't do anything wrong, but they did. They treated me poorly, and that's not okay. I need to stop being a victim and take myself out of that situation ASAP. So I did. I got myself some good friends, and I'm standing with them, and I'm forever grateful for them. But yeah, it's quite funny actually, because as we speak, I'm actually getting some things delivered for Christy, because I want to just surprise her with a couple of nice bits. She did that for me today. I wasn't expecting anything. She just randomly like gave me like some chocolate and 2 candles, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. I'm gonna have a bath later and have candles and chocolate, which is the best. And I'm gonna put in some bubble bath, and I'm gonna put in a bath bomb and just live my best life, you know? It's my day off. I'm gonna love it. Anyway, I also wanted to talk about coronavirus because that's a whole thing, you know? But before I get into that, I also wanted to talk about the fact that I passed my driving test. In March, I passed my driving test, 2nd time lucky, and I'm really grateful that I managed to do it, because I literally passed a week before we went into lockdown, which is crazy. And my insurance is really high because obviously new drivers, my car is a dual exhaust, so it's very expensive for me to even try to get anywhere. But yeah, I'm very grateful that I've passed my test. I've got a really nice car, and I've also got a really good insurance. I know that it's just a good place for me to be, and as a new driver, I'm quite thankful for the fact. And also I'm thankful for the fact that when I passed, it was a week before lockdown. Buses had all like scrambled. They were like basically the worst you could ever get them, and I passed, and it was literally like the best time for me to pass, because it also meant I got to experience the road on my own without literally being like bombarded by 100 cars. I mean, I remember when I used to drive to work and there'd be like 4 cars on the road. I'd see 4 cars the entire time, because obviously I live in a city. It's not like we're just all school teachers and we're not all like carers. We are literally like primarily shops and factories that didn't need to be opened as such. But I'm quite lucky as in the position that I am in. Like, I get to be in work. I haven't had any trouble with work at all. In fact, I think we've done pretty well because we had so much overtime as well. And also, I also got, my family have been quite fortunate. We've all managed to work throughout the whole of lockdown, haven't had any issues. None of us have had to go on furlough, and I know that it's really, really difficult for a lot of people, so I am sending lots of love to people who haven't been able to work throughout lockdown. I honestly don't think I could have hacked the whole lockdown life. I was quite lucky because I used to still be able to go shopping, I used to be able to still go and work every day. And then when restrictions started to loosen, I took time off because I was like, everyone else is off. I haven't had a break in like 3 months. I was like, I want a week off. So I took 2 weeks off, and I just went on really, really nice places to walk. Like, I went to somewhere in Nuneaton called Harts Hill Hayes, which is this stunning place. I'd never heard of it before, but it was honestly one of the most prettiest places I've ever seen. We also went like local places in Coventry that we really liked, but we also went to Kenilworth. Kenilworth was also really pretty. We went to Kenilworth Castle. They're just local places near Coventry. But yeah, it was really, really nice. Now, if we're going to talk about what's going on in my life right now, I'm sort of struggling because I'm in this situation where university is going back, which means Damien's going to be a lot more busy, which means he can't come up here as much as what he used to. I can't go down there because his grandparents are elderly, so they're very much sort of trying to self-isolate as much as they can still. They're not really into the whole, like, we don't want people in our house. Not that I couldn't go, it just means that I'd have to self-isolate as soon as I got there, and it's a long way for me to go to just sit in the house the whole time. Whereas it's also harder for me to get time off work as well, whereas with Damien it's a lot easier for him to just come here because he has every weekend off. So it's just a little bit easier for him to come here, but when he's at university it's not as simple as that. So we're gonna try our hardest to just get it all done. But yeah, things are going okay at the moment. I'm a little bit steady. I'm motivated. I have some responsibilities, which is something that I was lacking for ages. I had no responsibilities whatsoever. And now I pay board, I pay my own phone contract, I pay my own insurance, pay for my own petrol, I pay for Spotify, Disney Plus. Like, I have like all these little bills now, which is really crazy because it means that I do have to save, and I'm starting to learn the concept of money, whereas before I'm still treating myself. I bought myself a Nintendo Switch. I'm not struggling at all, which is why I do try to treat my friends who do have homes and stuff. Like my friend, she owns a house, so for me to treat her, I don't expect it back because she owns a house. She has so much to pay, so because I'm in a better off situation, I'll pay for certain things, or we'll do certain things that I'll pay for, etc, etc. So that's just how we sort of roll. But yeah, I have bought myself a Nintendo Switch finally, but I don't have the best games. I managed to get it for $2.20 off Facebook Marketplace. I was really, really lucky. It was just one of those like fluke moments where you're like, oh my god, that is like the best price I've ever seen. It doesn't come with the best games, but that's okay. It's something that I can build up over time. I got Monopoly, Assassin's Creed and FIFA 19, which isn't too bad. I mean, I know my dad can definitely get some use out of those games, but for myself, the only game I'm really interested in was Monopoly, but you have to play it with people, and obviously I haven't got any people to play it with, so I am going to look into getting some good games hopefully next month. Obviously, because I bought it this month, it means that I have to be careful with the rest of my money because my insurance comes out at the end of the month, so I have to watch how I spend. So I'm not going to go and spend about 50 quid on a game when I've just spent 250 on a console. And then obviously money adds up. I've bought myself some essentials, like I bought all my toiletries. I bought 2 winter coats because it is getting very, very cold very quickly, randomly. I don't know why. And then I also bought myself some jumpers and cardigans because, as I said, it's getting cold. You need stuff. I got rid of like 6 bags of clothes because in lockdown, because I didn't know what else to do with my money, I was just buying clothes and just crap to try and keep myself entertained. My mum and dad have a joke where it's called parcel a day, and parcel a day still exists, but just small little things. Like now I'm buying masks, and I bought something actually really productive. I bought a portable blender. It's like a USB, you plug it in, charge it, and then you're good for like hours. You can blend anything wherever you want. So I bought that and I thought, suitable, you know? Also, a lot of things that I'm buying is sort of to help towards the whole like moving out process. Like I know that I've got all this stuff and that eventually I can move out and take all that stuff with me. Like I bought myself a dressing table, but I'm going to look after it so that I can literally just take it wherever I move to when I move out. I don't know when that's going to be. It could be in 2 years, it could be in 10 years, I don't know. Hopefully we're looking at 2 years, hopefully, but we're not going to hold on that. You know, obviously it's a big, massive bill that I need to save up for, and I'm not the best person at saving. I set myself a New Year's resolution. I wanted to save $2,000 this year. I have not hit that target at all. I get a little bit too excited when it comes to spending money, and I just don't save. Like for instance, the Nintendo Switch situation, I've ordered that and it's mine and I've paid for it up front, but it also means that I can't put any money aside to save this month. But at the same time, it means that I don't have to save up for that, or I don't have to do a finance on that. You know, when people like they'll pay say £30 a month, I don't have to do that. It's mine. I don't owe anyone any money for it. I have been a little bit naughty and I did a clan out on my winter coats, so I need to make sure that I'm on that and that I know how much it's gonna come out next month. But yeah, it's really good. I'm there. I am here. It's in my head. I'm an adult, guys. I'm 20. That's another thing. I had my 20th birthday. It was okay. Obviously, because of lockdown, I didn't get to do everything I wanted to do. But that's okay. I went to Blackpool, spent some time in Blackpool, enjoyed myself. You can see the pictures on Instagram, and I'll post a picture here. But yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. We had a laugh. I loved it. But yeah, so if you did enjoy my video and my little life update, then please give me a big subscribe down below, and also make sure that you are keeping up to date on my social medias. You can follow me on Instagram at GioIsNotOnFleek. You can add me on Instagram at Milbourne7, and you can also follow me on that. That's it. That's all I've got. But yeah, you can hit that big thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button down below to help me out and get me where I want to be in life, which is not living at home and not, you know, just get me where I want to be, really. But yeah, I'll be back as soon as I can with a brand new video. I have some really cool ideas in my head. I know that everyone's a bit TikTok crazy, and I know that YouTube is lacking a little bit, so let's get me there. Let's get me up there with like Saffron Barker, please. I'd love to be her friend. She looks like an angel. But yeah, so get me up there. Get me up to those numbers, please. I'd love it. I'm not gonna lie. I'd love to feel the limelight, you know. Little Miss Popular. But yeah, I was literally just saying to my friend the other day about how crazy it is, how much YouTube's changed since we started watching it. I remember like Dan and Phil and like old school Thatcher Joe. Like, the videos are so different now. I miss the old school content. Maybe we could bring it back. They were all about like challenges and like would you rather and stuff like that, and it's just not like that anymore. It's more like confessions and stuff like that. Not into that, no. But yeah, anyway, subscribe, like, follow me on all my socials. They'll be in the description, and they're also somewhere around here. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed, and make sure that you keep up with me everywhere. Thanks for watching, guys. Goodbye.